Are you thinking about breeding your own Dubia roaches? Do you think it's going to save you time and money? Well, let me tell you straight up, you're wrong. It's not going to really help. It probably won't help. And I'm going to go ahead and explain why. So, the main point of this video, don't breed your own Dubia roaches. So, one of the main things that I see is people, when they want to start colonies, they usually just got their baby bearded dragon. They figure out, they've learned the hard way, because they didn't do enough research, that now they have to pay like $250 a month to feed this lizard. And they look into the future all of a sudden, and they just see, oh my goodness, this is super expensive. I need to save some money. So, I want to breed my own colony. So, they go get their starter kit, and they start doing whatever. And long story short, it really only works out like 20% of the time. Because most people realize that it's actually more work than what the internet makes it out to be. Cockroaches, in general, can survive off of scraps. They don't need a whole lot. But when you're making a premium product, knowing your product is essential. So what happens is, a lot of these people want to grow their Dubia colonies. They get on YouTube and they say, how do I do it? And everybody says, it's super easy. Just get a bin, put some egg crates in, put your roaches in, and throw some apples, and then just let them breed. Can you do... Where's she doing? Weirdo. Can you do that? For sure. You totally can. And will they breed? Yeah, they probably will. But you will come across all sorts of problems with the number of babies, humidity level problems, nutrition level problems, potential overcrowding, cannibalism, the list goes on and on. These are things that you need to now take into account when you're breeding your own colonies. You're going to have to spend the time to separate the babies. What are you going to do when you have extra? Like, it just becomes this big actual pain. I don't even have lizards. I just like cockroaches. I'm sorry, boom. I just like cockroaches. That's my dog. You know her. She's just being Daisy. But so anyway, so other people, they get their baby bearded dragon, they have this massive bill, and they suddenly realize that they have to pay like $250 a month to feed this lizard, and they suddenly realize, that they're looking into the future, and they're like, this is a massive bill, I gotta save some money. Let me start my own colony. They get online, they look it up, there's a million videos out there that say, just throw some things into a bin and you'll be fine. And then they kind of try and do that, and usually they fail because they find out that it's more work. They are actually an animal that require a biosystem and stuff like that. You can't just ignore them just because they're a cockroach. They are still a living creature that have nutritional and environmental requirements that you have to meet in order to produce a breeding, healthy, viable colony that won't collapse the moment you start taking feeders from it. So, to kind of help explain this, I've created a super basic chart with some help with some AI slop, so bear with me here on this. But here we go, we got our chart, and this is the bearded dragon demand versus Dubia colony production. So as I was explaining, in the very beginning, at year 0, or month 0, I apologize. At month 0, when people first get their dragon, they need to get 50 roaches a month. That's what that number represents. Again, this is AI slop numbers, so bear with me. But they need a biomass, if you will, of 50 cockroaches when they're babies, 50 smalls. But, and so, then the green line comes in, and that's when people want to now start the colony. But it takes about a year for a baby Dubia to grow up. So even if you buy your female starting kit, you buy your kit. Let's just best case scenario this, okay? You buy 100 females, and coincidentally, for whatever reason, they all are pregnant on the same day, and they're all going to give birth on the exact same day. That's not how real life works, but let's just say. And they all start giving birth, or they all get laid the day you get them, basically, right? So they now have, depending on your heating elements and humidity and stuff like that, and how much food to give them. But you're looking at a 3 to 4 month period before they even give off their first babies. They need time to grow them because they give live birth. So that means your babies are coming out somewhere around, month 4 or 5, and your dragon is already past that small feeder stage, moving on to mediums. Now you have your baby dubias, but your dragon is up to mediums, maybe even large. So now you need to wait for those smallest to get bigger so they're viable now for your dragon. Well, it's going to take them 2 or 3 months to get up to medium to large size, depending again on things like heating and food. Now your dragon, which was 5 months old, maybe 4, and now you're looking at like an 8-month-old dragon, and he for sure is eating extra large roaches. So now you have this bin of your colony, and you have like thousands of medium roaches, and so you have to give him, like 10 roaches, 20 roaches at a time or something like that, because it's not enough biomass. Also, here's the back end of this, by the way. Here's the money end of this. Kind of like when you think about a video game, and you want to sit there in the video game and grind away killing sheep or something, or collecting sticks to eventually make a wooden sword or an axe handle or whatever to do XYZ to eventually get like this armor set. Or do you want to just use real world dollars to buy the thing so you can escape reality and just enjoy your video game? Okay? I basically am pitching you the same idea but with cockroaches. You got your lizard because you wanted to spend time with your lizard. You didn't want to grind away, so to speak, maintaining this dubia colony. So, to maintain this colony, you're going to have to spend time, energy, effort, and money. To calculate this roughly, let's just say you get paid $20 an hour, and you work an hour and a half. That's $30. If you have an adult bearded dragon, you can work an hour and a half of your time, buy 30 extra large roaches, because that comes out to roughly 1 extra large roach a day. Because an adult bearded dragon has about an 80% veggie diet of his greens and things, while only about a 20% protein diet, because unlike the baby, that whole diet flips. And all of a sudden, they don't have that same demand anymore. And that's why people mess up on that chart, and they totally forget about it. So, it's better just to go spend your hard-earned dollars doing whatever it is you do, mechanic, personality on social media, secretary, whatever. Just go do your regular job and leave the cockroaches, raising and nutrition and health and all that to me, and I will do all that heavy lifting for you. All you have to do, just buy the bugs, give them to your lizard, and then enjoy the time with your lizard, because you want to be a lizard owner, you don't want to be a cockroach farmer. I want to be a cockroach farmer. Let me do my job, and you spend time with them. That's all I gotta say on this. Again, just don't breed your own roaches. If you need help though, if you have a large collection and you think it's still better for you to breed, hit me up, drop some comments down below or wherever, let me know, and maybe I can give you some pointers on how to do it more efficiently. And with that, this is Phil.